Hey folks, welcome back. Now in this video I want to talk about the grouping buttons for your isotope portfolio. Now these buttons can be named anything you want, and here's a good example. If you were, for example, showing images of vacations, you could have, this could be Disney, this could be Hawaii, this button could be for Mexico, this could be for Christmas of 2012. It could be for whatever you want. Now typically when you're grouping images, for example, when we click a button, it regroups the images, right? Of course, it's not doing a good example here. We'll start that. Show them all, group 2, there we go. Now, what we can do here is we can add more groups, and then we can assign the new pictures that you add to your portfolio to those new buttons. So let me just show you a couple of ways or a couple of things you can do. It's really quite simple once you get in there and understand the concept. So let's just jump right into our editor. Open up our isotope portfolio page, and we're going to flip over to the code view for this one. Okay, and right up top here we have, here's our button groups, and 1 through 4. There's a couple of important things about this, is the data filter. Okay, now this first button that says show all, that you probably don't ever need to rename, because all it does is show every image in your portfolio, right? The ones below it have what we call a data filter. We've just called it group 1, 2, 3, 4, and these can actually be any names that you want, providing there's no spaces in the file name, weird upper lowercase stuff. Go simple. We just have a name and a digit to make it easy to recognize, right? It doesn't really matter that you have your name of your button match up with the data filter. The important thing is when somebody clicks on the group 3 button, anything that is using the data filter of group 3 will then be displayed. And how does that work? Well, each image in your or each image container, I should say, in your portfolio has this data group filter tacked on at the end right here. So you'd find the image component container, and this one you do need to do in the code view. Sorry folks, no HTML skills required, you just have to type something, right? So if I were to, as an example, name this button Disney, I could name this data filter to keep things easy. I could call that Disney as well. Now, any pictures down here that are Disney pictures, what I would do is I would find this group 3 or group 1. I would change that to, you got it, Disney. So basically what we're saying is this is a data filter, although it just sort of gets tacked on to the end like it's a class name, which it sort of is. But it's basically saying that when anybody clicks on the Disney, and because it uses this data filter, anything with that bit of text that has to be in this exact location after the thumb container, anything right here, that's the image container that's going to be, or one of the image containers that's going to be displayed. So if you wanted to add more buttons, not a problem. Copy the entire line, right? And we can call this Mexico, and we can call this Xmas 2012, right? And then we can go Mexico, and we can go, Xmas 2012. And as long as the easiest thing that I do is I just sort of double click on the data filter name, scroll on down, find my picture, and sometimes you have to go back to the design view, scrub on down because you can't recognize the picture names, select the picture, then flip over, and right up above, this is the selected picture, this is the data filter right there. Just replace it with your new stuff there.